What's up, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? One Eye Bride back to talk about The Walking Dead and what Tom Payne, actor who plays Jesus on the show, said about Season 8 and Season 7. So it's a discussion video, not a spoiler video by any means, but general spoiler warning, not a spoiler video. If you want to talk about what he said about Season 8 and Season 7, I'm interested in your thoughts. I want to talk about my feelings on it and my thoughts for Season 8 and how it reflects Season 7, because Season 7 wasn't the best. But here we go, guys. So we got the article from Entertainment Weekly, and Tom Payne says some cool things. Now, he plays Jesus on the show. He has a message for those people. What happens in Season 8 of the show, which returns on October 22nd, hurry up already, can't wait for that, makes Season 7 much easier to ingest and digest. And he feels that those who stopped watching last year should give the show another chance, safe in the knowledge that the kids in the schoolyard are finally standing up to the bully with the baseball bat. Yes, that's Mr. Negan. He's still around for Season 8, and we don't know when he's going to go away. But let's talk about Season 7 a little bit before we get to the news about Season 8. Season 7 was tough for people to watch. Mr. Negan came in, he took out some people, made Rick very submissive, and we don't want to watch Rick down in the dumps. We don't want to watch any of that, because Rick Grimes is the main guy on the show. Whether you like it or not, he's the main actor. Carol was all whacked out. Ezekiel was all over the place. Rick had to put up with the threat of Negan and losing anybody else. Gregory was terrible as usual. And we had to wait all the way to the finale for it to get good and comedy and funny and, for the survivors to fight back. Now, of course, all the way up, there's been episodes that were leading up to this, and there was a little gains and a little funniness and a little quips and a little back to the show we used to have in episodes. But by far, the Season 7 episodes were tough to watch for a lot of fans when we lost Glenn and Abraham, and people didn't want to watch that anymore. And I feel for them, and I understand that. But Season 8 hopefully makes up for it with Maggie, Rick, Ezekiel taking on the Saviors and Negan. And I think it should be great. Now, Season 7 was a necessary evil to set up the big war in Season 8. But I think they went overboard with certain things and certain storylines, and the writers struggled in certain areas, and it wasn't the best season by far. I think Season 6 is in my eyes. But Season 7, not the best season. People hated it, and I understand that. But let's talk about what Jesus said, Tom Payne said here. The question was asked, how would you say Season 8 is different from what we just went through in Season 7? I think Season 7 was such a bummer for everyone watching it, because no one likes to see the group so ground down and not winning, basically. But in order to have the victories, you have to have the low points as well, and I think it was hard. That's the first time anyone's really seen the group ground down for such a prolonged amount of time, and there didn't seem to be any way out of it. But coming into Season 8, they're regrouped, and they've got a new resolve to fight back and to have everyone join together and do that. So we know that's coming. All Out War. We're excited for it. I know I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see the Kingdom and the Hilltop and the survivors work together as a unified unit. We're going to have casualties. We're going to have gains. We're going to have good things, bad things. People are going to come and go. They're going to be off the show for the rest of the series. So it's going to be tough to watch, but hopefully the survivors and Rick's group get some victories and ultimately win the war, and I can't wait to find out, guys. But anyone who may have stopped watching after the first episode last year, Tom Payne says this, and I completely understand anybody who did, because it was completely very brutal and there wasn't seemingly any light at the end of the tunnel. Knowing how Season 8 is and how it starts and how it progresses, I think the light at the end of the tunnel of, okay, wow, now they're fighting back. Season 7 will be easier to get through. And I think we'll get a lot of those people who found it too hard to come back knowing that it's okay. Because in the end, we are going to have some kind of fight back, and 7 will be easier to get through. Because in Season 8, we're taking it back to the Saviors. And every episode that I read in the first half, there was always an amazing, impactful moment which made you shout. It's definitely much more action and much more excitement right off the bat. Had to put that right off the bat there, huh, Tom? But overall, Season 8 is going to be action-packed, and they're fighting back, which is cool, because Season 7 was just like the Saviors are winning and winning and winning and more winning and still winning, and they're going to win some more, and then we win a little bit, and then Rick finally fights back, gets his team together, and the season's over. It was like, Season 7 was tough to watch. I think Season 7 Episode 1 is very impactful and very emotional, very draining, very down in the dumps, but that's what it's supposed to be. I think the actors did a great job in that episode. They made you feel their sorrow and their loss. It was just tough to watch. Andrew Lincoln did a great job. Really, all the actors did as a whole. I remember talking to showrunner Scott Gimple, and he said that the first 4 episodes are just like being shot out of a cannon, said the Entertainment Weekly writer. Tom Payne responds, yeah, the whole thing is a battle. The whole thing is a war and the fallout from that. So the first 4 episodes are going to be a lot of war, a lot of action-packed. We're going to have some losses. We're going to have some casualties in the first 4 episodes. I think we're going to have different people at different spots, different locations, different parts of the plan. The Saviors fight back, and it's going to be action-packed. I'm excited for it. I know we're going to lose people in the first 4 episodes. It depends who those people are, how big a deal it is, but I'm excited either way, guys. How about you? Post your comments below. With a lot of action coming, does this mean that we're going to get to see more of Jesus' hand-to-hand combat skills, which we haven't seen much of at this point? I agree with that statement entirely. We need more Jesus action-packed kicking butt. Tom Payne wrote, yes, and I'm very happy about that. I have put a little work into that, and we shared a bit last year, but to be honest, the episode was a little bit rushed, and it also was against walkers. So it's nothing because he doesn't have to deal with anyone fighting back. But in a war situation, obviously, we're against other human beings, and so you'll see his skills in there, which I don't think has been on the show before, and that's really exciting to be part of it because all of the fights on the show always end up being scrappy and on the floor and brawly. Jesus won't get brought into a stand-up fight if he doesn't have to. You know, he'd much rather incapacitate or dodge and really get involved. But if he's called up to do it, he would do what's necessary. So yeah, that is a really exciting thing for this season as well. So last year was the scenes kind of here with the Sasha and Jesus taking care of the walkers when the Saviors set the hilltop to deal with the walkers in the car and everything. But I'm excited for Morgan and Jesus to fight. And hopefully this isn't the only fight that he's talking about. Hopefully Jesus gets to beat up some Saviors. I would love to have the Jesus Negan fight scene in this season because it was supposed to be earlier in season 7 with Negan fighting Jesus in the comics, but Jesus had this fight scene and it was pretty cool in season 7. I thought it was pretty cool, but Morgan and Jesus will be fighting for some reason. Training, sprawling, brawling, fighting. I can't wait to see the reason why it is, but either way they're going to fight. So what do you think of it, guys? What are you excited for season 8? Did you hate season 7? Are you still watching the show? Are you going to come back to the show? Did your friends stop watching it? I'm interested to know your thoughts, guys. Post your comments below. Check out my book series, Fight for Us. Books 1, 2, and 3 are out now. Book 4 is in the works. I'm working on that. The Walking Dead news channel is up and about. We're posting more and more videos there all the time. So if you can, subscribe. The link is in the description. Twitter, Instagram, at the PT channel. We post stuff there, pictures and funny stuff all the time. Walking Dead community on Facebook, page and a group. Give us a follow. Everyone's welcome to join. We just post stuff there and discussions on a daily basis. And if you can, do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends, tell your family, share this video and any other videos that you liked to help us grow this channel and the Walking Dead news channel. We can't continue to keep doing this if we don't grow and build up and get the views and all that stuff that we need to make it work. You guys are awesome. We truly appreciate you watching, and thank you for watching.